I was just finishing up getting ready, and we're pretty much ready to go. We're pretty much ready to go. Just, oh. No. That was an Uber Eats order. It was $4.02 for 5 miles. So, definitely not a good order. Is there anything else to do? Oh, yeah. Just taking care of some last minute stuff. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Yeah, it was buffering. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. What else is new? Hey, what's going on, B? How you doing, Budflies, DJ, Billy Bob? Good to see everyone. Let's see, the Buzz Killer. Oh, you did get the surgery? Huh. I thought you weren't getting it. Did they have like a change of plans? Or maybe I misread. They said no, then they changed it and said you did need it. Huh. I'm surprised they changed their mind like that. That's weird. But, well, whatever's best for you, I guess. Let's see. So you're recovering now, hurting a bit, but not as bad as last time. Okay, that's good. Let's see. I saw Plain Sharks was here too. How you doing, Sharks? We're just heading out. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Colleen? Good to see you. Just gonna have my protein shake real quick before I head out. Yeah, I'm doing okay, Sharks. Doing okay. I took the morning hours off because there would have been no use, you know. Would have gotten like one whopping, like a whopping one order, you know. But I figure I tend to do a little better in the lunch hours, and I definitely do better during the dinner hours. So we'll definitely be coming back out later as well. But you figure, like, I don't like working all the time. You know what I mean? So it's ideal to at least take part of a day off when you need it. Because, like, this kind of shit burns you out, man. You know, if you're just constantly working all the time, it burns you out. And I know sometimes people have to work all the time, and I get it, you know. Circumstance. Maybe they're taking care of kids, or, you know, they're supporting a loved one or something. So, I get it. But if you can afford time off, no reason not to, right? Let's see. It will happen one day for me. Gotcha. Well, drink fast. Well, right now I am because I just want to get out right now. You know, you've been doing delivery for almost 6 years, so it's tiring. Yeah, I'm coming up 5 years. Oh, that sucks. My best friend, she was put in a raffle to meet Carrie Underwood. She didn't win it this time. She's like part of her fan club, which is pretty cool. Hey, better luck next time, Amy. Oh, I'll text that to her too, in case she may or may not be watching. Yeah, better luck next time. But yeah, you figure I've been doing this kind of work full time, coming up 4.5 years. So, oh yeah, I've definitely burned out quite often along the way. Not really so much anymore, though, or at least not lately, anyway. Okay. Let's see. Keys on. And the bag is still nice and stable. Hasn't shifted at all, so that's a good sign. And that bag, it's got the big battery that I installed on this bike. I'm glad I kept it too. It was a really good battery. I just had to figure out what to use it for, you know? Okay. I forgot the kickstand. There we go. Good go. All right, hold on a sec. Ah, that glare. Jesus. I just gotta unpause DoorDash real quick, so I'll be right back. Alright, we just unpaused DoorDash, so now we'll see what we can get. See if we get any orders. I'm sure we will, it's just a matter of when, you know? Yeah, how you guys doing today? What are you up to? We're just heading over to the usual zone. It's the only busy zone around this time of day. If I went to Titus Landing, I would definitely struggle to get an order. Plus, I'd have to go 4.5 miles out of my way to get there. Like, if I had an order that took me that way, that'd be a different story, but to just travel up dead miles to get next to nothing. Not a very economical choice. So it makes more sense for me to head to the closest zone and the busiest zone in Titusville. It's only a mile from the house. Because, you know, I got a suburban neighborhood. Just waiting. I'll catch up with the comments in a second. Yep. I just tooted. That's my first toot of the day. Collecting data for Chip for a school project. Let's see. Oh, your knee hurts? Is it, oh, it's red. Your knee hurts? Yeah, I can see that. Given the incident. It's the only thing they... Oh, it's the only thing they need to do. Do you think you need surgery on that too? Or they can like give you some kind of painkiller or some cortisone shots for it? Okay. Yeah, you know, actually, I think we'll just keep moving around. Hey, what up, Eric? Good to see you, buddy. We're on the road, and just gonna see what orders we can get. Plain and simple. We'll definitely do better later. The dinner hours seem to be at least halfway decent pretty much every day. But I figure, you know, I'm kind of bored. Don't have anything serious to work on at the house. You know, nothing too significant anyway. So we're just out here trying to get a couple orders. We got all the apps on, and I'm not locked out of Earn by Time, thankfully. Because yeah, go figure, right? A Platinum Dasher getting locked out of Earn by Time. Let's see. Oh, Diamond's really good for you. Yeah, honestly, when you got that 85, what was that, $85 or something like that? That one order, that was insane, dude. I was like, holy frick, that is heckin' dope. You know, the thing is, like, I know people like to take a shit on the rewards programs and whatnot, but I mean, how often do you see orders like that without a rewards program, you know? Like, obviously they're not perfect. I still think the whole, like, lumping acceptance rate into it is a little ridiculous. But at the same time, if that's what it takes to get higher paying orders, then so be it, right? Yeah, exactly. So you got a $38 one today, you got a $56 one. There you go, man. Yeah, it's like, don't knock until you try it, you know? That's really what it comes down to. Don't knock until you try it. In fact, actually, I've thought a little more about Klarna. You know that deal that DoorDash is doing with Klarna, where people can just pay off their orders that they order from? I actually think it might be a good thing. A lot of people are saying it's bad, but they're not providing any real concrete reasoning as to why. But I've thought about it, and it's like, well, that might encourage more people to use DoorDash. I think that's probably why they're doing it, right? They're probably doing it so they can get more people on their platform and to order more stuff. Because you figure that's where their money's at. Their money is with the customer. And you figure if you're going to see more customers, well, you have more opportunities for drivers to make money. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of crap orders, but, you know, you can either earn by time it or just don't do it. Whatever. Because as long as DoorDash and these other companies are doing well, that means we can keep getting work, right? That's how I see it. And that's not to say that I approve of them stealing driver tips and whatnot, right? I'm not saying I approve of that. I don't think any of us approve of that whatsoever. But it doesn't mean I want to see DoorDash fail either, or really any of them. Got to be patient. Yeah, that's true. Definitely got to be patient. And it seems like there's few markets better to test your patience than mine a lot of the time. You know, a lot of dead time just sitting out here waiting for something to happen. Like, I'm not cherry picking the high heaven and then bitching about why I don't get orders, you know? It's just I'm out here and waiting for something to happen. You know what I mean? Just waiting for something to happen. But then sometimes I get something good. Let's see. How many watch hours right now? It says my lifetime watch hours are 1,053. I don't know how many of them are true watch hours or ones that are eligible, I guess. But the eligible is up to 861 right now. So we're getting there. And I did really good with my stream last night. We got over 23 watch hours, got over 200 views. And yeah, it was good. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, let's see. Steady growth. Yeah, definitely getting there for sure. We're definitely getting there. And you figure I've been growing about 100+ subs a month right now, and the watch hours are just continuing to go up. So that ultimately means I can get monetized by the summer. It'd be more like, you know, towards the end of summer, but still, it would count. And looking forward to that. Really am. As long as I keep streaming, as long as I keep putting content out, as long as I keep putting myself out there, it's definitely going to happen. Plus, it's not like I'm doing it alone. You know, I got a ton of people in my camp always cheering me on and doing what they can to help out, and that's heckin' dope. I appreciate all of yous. Hey, what's going on, Mary? Good to see you. And oh, there's Heather. How you doing, Heather? Good to see you. You're out right now, right, Heather? How you doing today? You get some good orders? Mary says I will. Yeah. I believe so too, Mary. I believe so too. Or should I say toot? I believe so, toot. You figure I got plenty of battery life to keep me going. So I'm just kind of moving around instead of just being stationary. Might as well. Having that big battery helps tremendously. Because when I got done dashing last night, I still had 4 full bars of power. Now, it's technically not full, but it was still 4 bars of power. I didn't check the amps, which is the more accurate way to read how much battery life you got left, but it still had most of it left, so that's a big sign. Let's see. Great to be back at full strength for you. Heck yeah, man. You know, the important part is that I didn't give up, right? I didn't give up when it felt like things were not going right, I guess. I'm too damn these days to do that, which is actually a good thing. Because it means even when I don't feel like it, my mind won't let me. And yeah, about 2 days from now, gonna get that motor for Juliet in the mail. We'll get it tuned up on the 1st. That way I've got both bikes. And when in doubt, still got the mountain bike, right? Appreciate everyone that's been hitting that lick button. We're already up to 10. That's heckin' dope. How you doing, Billy Bob? Ugh, Smells weird around here. Smells like burning rubber and poopy doopy. Not a pleasant combination. Oh yeah, it also smells like fast food. Oh. Ew. Yeah, maybe I should move away. Yeah, let's get out of here. Somebody's got some swamp ass. Bet someone probably sharted. And it wasn't me. Well, it wasn't me right now. Hold on, I gotta grub up. Yeah, that order wasn't very good. It was going too far. It was paying like $13.70 for 15.4 miles. Just not worth it. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Brian? Good to see you. You said I respect you and your videos. Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. You know, just out here doing my thing. You know, just out here doing my thing. Hey, what's going on, Sandra? Good to see you. We're just out for the lunch hours right now, seeing what we can get. It's pretty quiet right now, as you can tell, but that's okay. We're just moving around a little bit, just making it aware to the algorithm that, hey, I'm out here. I'm not just sitting around waiting. I'm actually trying to move around and maybe send me something, right? Peas and thank you. But we'll see what happens. We'll get an order before I know it. Let's see, what bike? So I've got 3 of them. The first one's a mountain bike. It's the Dynacraft Gauntlet. It's a 24-inch mountain bike. It's pretty nice. Although I would like to swap out the tires in favor of street treads so it rolls better on pavement. Turn it into more of an all-arounder, I guess. And the one I'm riding right now is the High Keep DJ6. A compact folding bike. Out the box, it only weighs about 20 kilograms. And it goes up to 25, 35 mile range with the battery that comes with it, and up to 20 miles an hour. And it has full suspension, so it's pretty comfortable to ride. But I put a bigger battery on it, so we can go pretty much as far as I want, as far as I need to go. And I did swap out for a full suspension seat post to make it even more comfortable. The other one is the Iota Juliet. That's the oldest bike I've had so far. Although it's not the first e-bike I've ever had. I'll be getting the motor for that in a couple days. And then she'll be back on the road. But for right now, we're rocking with DJ. And I'm pretty much just pedaling around, sipping on that battery with the torque sensor. Getting a little exercise, you know. Okay. All right, they're gonna let me through. Nice. Gosh dang it, Eric. Put that Dance Monkey song in my head. I've been listening to that song for like a few days now. But I've only been listening to the live version. Oh, hold on. I got an order. All right, let's rock and roll, everybody. Yeah, have you seen it, Eric? The live version that she did with Jimmy Fallon? That was a really good performance. Like, it actually genuinely sounds better than the studio recording. She also starts it off like a piano ballad, you know? It's really, really good. She's got some chops, not gonna lie. Alright, we just got our first order, guys. It's an earn by time at Taco Bell. It's going about 2.5 miles. And we're right outside the Taco Bell, so we're going to see if this order's ready. And who we're picking up. Yeah, it smells awful here, too. Ugh. Like, it doesn't smell like fast food. It smells like swamp ass. Okay. Let's see. Brian says, I remember them days on mountain bikes and BMXs, but now I've got a 1988 Yamaha YSR 50 2-stroke 5-speed. Let's see. Mary says, might try working in, just not sure yet. Hey, whenever you're ready, whenever you feel like it, you know. Let's see. Oh, hey, what's going on? Half empty. Good to see you. We're picking up a DoorDash at Taco Bell. Hey, what up, Aussie chick? You got home from the pub. You won cash and then you lost it. Ah, that sucks. But you know, you win some, you lose some, right? So you might have lost cash this time. Maybe you'll win some next time. Right? The glass is half full. You know, that's how I like to. That's how I like to look at things, man. You know, the glass is half full. It's not half empty. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, we're picking up for Leslie. Let's see if it's ready. That's for Sophia. Okay. Oh, half empty says half empty. That's fine. Oh no, copyright music. Ah. Hey, when you get a chance, I'm picking up for Leslie.
What?
I'm picking up for Leslie. Leslie with an L. Yeah, I don't know if that's the order or not. Okay, thanks. I'll just let customer know I'm waiting. Be right back. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Hey, what's going on, Nina? Good to see you. We're just picking up a Taco Bell order right now. The order's pretty big. That's what she said. But yeah, it's a pretty big order. So might take a couple minutes, and that's okay. You know, figure earn by time, getting paid to wait. Oh no, I'm live streaming right now. It's facing me. You're not in it. I mean, if you wanted. Okay. Let's see.
What you doing live?
What's that?
Why you doing live?
Oh, because I got a YouTube channel. Yeah.
You want cup holder or you're good?
Is it just the one?
Just all this.
So those 2 cups?
These 2 cups and those 3.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'll take a drink, Harry, please. Thanks. Okay, so there's 1. All right, thank you. Now let's see. Just popped in for a smoke break. All right, cool beans. How's the W2 going for you, Nina? And thanks for hitting the lick button. Appreciate that.
Can I get a chicken fried right now, please? No, we're not going to no window. What? And oh, you know what? $2.99.
Let's see. Let's see. Busy. Yeah, I see that. Nice. I mean, busy's good, right? Busy means that you got something to work on. But I mean, not all busyness is good, I suppose, but you know what I mean. But I just got to mark this as picked up, and I got to see where the address is at. I'll be right back. Okay. There we go. Okay, now it smells like rotten eggs out here. The heck. Yucky poo. Alright. Alright, we got the address, and I let the customer know that I'm on the way. You know, that's just, I pretty much do that all the time. That's just me. So, now we're going to go drop it off. I didn't check how much time they're giving me to drop it off, but whatever, it doesn't matter. You know, we'll get it dropped off either on time or at the very least as quickly as I can. Quickly and as safely as possible. Because, you know, I can't get paid if I die, right? I can't get paid if I die. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Wesley? Good to see you, buddy. We're dropping off a Taco Bell order right now. It's earned by time with DoorDash, so you know that means we're making more money. It's true, man. You guys see it for yourselves. You guys see that these earned by times they're just a better value for me. I'd even say for a lot of people it might be a better value for you too. But if you got a strategy that's working without earned by time and you're doing really good, you're doing better than me, then who am I to tell you, right? But I digress. Let's see. Wesley says riding to your next job. I got you. Well, ride safe, buddy. Hope it goes well for you. Just waiting on the light so I can make my turn. And look at that, we're already up to 15 licks. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Great stuff, guys. Appreciate it. Many, many heckin' dopes. Have you guys seen my most recent video? It was the formal review of the DJ that I got. You guys are more than welcome to check it out sometime if you want. I mean, I know you guys see me in action with the bike, and you know I've kind of talked about it, but you want like a condensed. If you want like a condensed package explaining stuff, then that might be right just for you. Especially if you're interested in picking, hold on, I'm going. Ah! Okay, go. Hold on. My bad. Let's see. Ring the doorbell, put it on the table. Okay. So, there we go. Yeah, I hope I'm not looking too choppy. Or sounding too choppy. I mean, who knows? It is what it is, right? Them snowbirds, they finna disappear pretty soon, I think. But yeah, the customer was just asking if I could ring the doorbell and put their order on the table instead of putting it on the ground. So it's like, okay, sure thing. I usually prefer to put it on a table or a chair anyway, you know. Like, if I didn't have a chair or table, then I would just be like, yeah, it's okay, just leave it on the ground if I place a DoorDash order, you know. But otherwise, I would generally prefer to have it put on a table or a chair, table. And I do the same. All right, come on, guys, let's go! Come on, let's go! Yeah, pedal. Just using that torque sensor to help kick it in that dead stop position. Since I got that going. Okay. This side. seconds. Okay. Yeah, I hope I didn't lose the stream. I know the connection's been a little weird today. But either way, it's a lovely day out. And it's pretty nice to be out here, as usual. Just soaking up that Florida sunshine. Get some fresh air on the bike. All those good things and stuff. Now, let's see, you still see me? All right, good. Just make sure. I've had a couple times where the stream runs on my end, but it's not active. My buddy Alfie's confirmed that to me before, and it's like, huh, that's weird. Like, it'll usually just say, like, unable to reconnect or something, you know? But I think it's only happened the once or twice, so it is what it is. And it's not like anything that we don't all experience to some extent, right? It'd be like that. Just part of the territory. Okay. Go. Let's go. Ow. It's been happening more often lately. Yeah, I can see that. Man, people just be leaving their clothes on the pavement. Like, they change out their clothes and they just leave it. It's like, what a waste of clothing. You know, like, take it to a laundromat or something. I don't know. Okay, just to the side. Nice. I just like to make sure I'm not taking up the whole lane in case I have like a cyclist or pedestrian coming towards me. I had a couple bikes back there. Luckily, a lot of people seem, well, a decent amount of people seem to have that kind of basic etiquette. And a lot of the time they don't. So, I digress. Let's see. Do you have drinks with the order? If yes, how do you keep them from spilling? Oh yeah, so this bag that I'm wearing, it's got a cup holder. It's got one of those cup holders that has the Velcro strap. Well, it's not really a strap. It's more of a strip, I guess. It's got a Velcro strip. It keeps it pretty secure inside the bag. And if I have a drink that's really small, or if I think it's going to shake up around, I do have some padding that I can put around it. And the other thing too is that since I'm wearing the bag, I'm placing the order in the center of resistance, which makes it less likely to spill from shaking and bumps and everything like that. So, pretty good track record of not spilling drinks. I've had a couple blunders here and there, but if that ever does happen, which isn't common, I still let the customer know what happened, and I just tell them if they get, if they contact DoorDash, they'll give you a partial refund for the drink. So, yeah, that's how I rock and roll. And I also got this idea from Sonny to start bringing Scotch tape with me in case I happen to get a drink that isn't sealed. You know, like if I have a cup of coffee that they poke a hole in the lid for, or if I get like Cracker Barrel drinks, for example, because they never seal them. So I started bringing Scotch tape with me in case of scenarios like that. Okay, go round, 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 round and round. Let's see, lots of places put Scotch tape. Yeah, like sometimes I would ask the people up front at Cracker Barrel if they could seal the drink, but you know, I just started doing that myself just to get that process over more quickly. But yeah, sometimes if I blatantly, you know, if I believe that it's more likely to spill, I'll ask them to. Yeah. Sometimes I over-prepare, and that's what it takes to be prepared, you know? I know that's definitely the case when it comes to, like, getting flat tires. Yeah. Oh, it's a Velo trick bike. That's a nice bike. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Velo trick bikes out here. It's a good brand. Most of their bikes are like city-style computers, and they UL certify all their batteries, and they put torque sensors on pretty much every model. So it's like you're getting the electric, but you're also getting decent torque, decent top speed, and you know, just a reliable commuter-type bike. I mean, they're not cheap. You do get what you pay for, though, so I'll grant that. Yeah, you put a stapler in the car? Hey, that's a good idea, too. You never know. In fact, actually, I should probably do that, too. In case I happen to get like a bag of food that wasn't wrapped up properly and that it keeps opening. Because sometimes Taco Bell or Wendy's, they get pretty sloppy with their stickers. Like, they'll put sticker on the bag, but they don't actually seal the bag, you know? Like, you're technically supposed to seal the bag, but whatever. But I can see the stapler being a good idea for that. Unless you got it for a different reason. I might have to wait. Okay. Thanks. Ring ding ding. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. You did have an e-trike. That's cool. Yeah, e-trikes are great because you figure a lot of the time they put the motor on the front wheel, so it makes it an all-wheel drive. Hey, what's going on, Cassandra? Good to see you. We're just dropping off an earn by time to Taco Bell. And luckily, it's not going too far. It's about 2.5 miles, at most 3, but it's more like 2.5. And assuming we get a tip, it'll pay even better. But at the very least, it'll be okay. I know I had someone in the comments giving me a hard time about that yesterday. Like, oh, I'll never take anything under $5 and no tip, no trip. And it's like, hey, you know, I look at the big picture. That counts to me more than just individual order to order. Especially if that's what it takes to make more money. But I digress. But yeah, how you doing today, Cassandra? What time's it over by you? It's coming up 9:30, right? You finna have some breakfast? You know, it's funny, I actually think the rear suspension is working better because I have the bigger battery on it. Uh-oh. Well, this guy's in the dickhead zone. Uh-huh. That guy was covering the crosswalk. I call that the dickhead zone. It's that kind of behavior that just shows you really don't give a shit. But I digress. Let's see, you're gonna go eat. What are you having for breakfast? You're gonna have some oatmeal? Or salad? You're gonna have some salad? Inspired by your boy? But yeah, I get more of that rebound effect on the rear suspension since I put the bigger battery on it. Oh, here we are. Alright, let's just pull up. Oh, you're gonna have some oatmeal first? Nice. Oatmeal is many buenos. Alright, since we're here, I'm just gonna let the customer know. Okay, we just dropped that order off, and it was pretty good. So we got it done in less than half an hour. We got it done in, I think, about 25, 26 minutes, whatever it said. And it paid $9.69. So that's pretty nice. What do you think? Was that a pretty nice order? $9.69 for about 3 miles? About 2.5, 3 miles. Oh, earned by time's terrible. Yeah. Sure, it's terrible, all right? It's terribly decent. But I digress. Ow. Let's see, I got some choices to make. I could head southeast, try to pick up something from Subway, or I can head back west, where you got the McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell combo, and some other places. Yeah, I think west is probably better. I'll do that. Yeah, that was a pretty good order. And you figure too, if I just did earn by offer, it would have paid like $6.54. So it still would have been decent, but it just paid over $3 more with earn by time. Let's see, Mary's gonna go make some breakfast. What are you having for breakfast? Let's see, you do $2.50 more for every earn by time. Oh yeah, I believe it. I really do. Right? I would have made over $3 more for that, and I've seen some of these other orders I would take. Like the one order that didn't tip yesterday, I would have only made $2 for it, but I made $4.99. So I made almost $3 more. So I'd say probably at least a couple bucks more, right? I notice it's at least a couple dollars more. And you might think like, oh, but you know, if it's only one order, it's not that big a deal, right? Yeah, but it's every order, right? If you're making a couple dollars more for every order, then you're making more money for doing the same thing. So that's why I think that, you know, that's why I think earn by time could be a really good option for people that are just looking to change their strategy. You know, if they keep coming up short financially and they need to try something new, you know. You got cream of wheat with turkey sausage, some orange juice. I got you. Let's see, Nina asks, so does DoorDash know you're on a bike? Oh yeah, so when e-bikes, I didn't put an e-bike on the account because at the time I couldn't add it. Give me that option. But Swifty Dasher and Marge, they both brought to my attention that now you can add that kind of stuff to your account without a live agent. And because I was curious if I can add a regular bike. So not an electric bike, but a regular bike. And turns out, yeah, you can do that. Now, if you have to actually use the vehicle of choice to perform the work, otherwise you could get in trouble for that. That's the case with Uber Eats too. You could get deactivated if you're not using the corresponding vehicle that you have hours scheduled for. So I just play it safe. So if I were to use the mountain bike that I have for work, then I would just switch over to the mountain bike, set up some hours, and then do a dash with it. Which I do plan on doing in the near future, because I'm curious. I want to see how well I can potentially do with that. In fact, I might even have better odds of getting the much shorter commute orders that way. But who knows, you know? Time will tell. Very cool. Heck yeah. It is heckin' dope. I'm just going to speed out of this area real quick. The network does drop out at time, which is no bueno. I am speed. Zoomy, zoomy, zoomy. I mean, it might not even drop out at all, but just be on the safe side. You never know. You never. That's how that singer from Matchbox 20 says, never, ever. He's like, never, ever. He's got a pretty unique voice. The way that he enunciates words, you know. You better forever. It's like very 90s post-grunge and rock music. Which I think is oh, they're blocking my path. They're blocking my path. Oh, this guy isn't. Sweet. Thank you. Yeah, this dickhead is driving away with his load. Let's see. You always come back. Yep. That is true. Do 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 do. Dude, ow. Do 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 do. Let's see. Oh, there's my buddy Ulf. How you doing, buddy? Let's see. This is Mike, the bike rider dasher. Oh, they're getting out of the way. Nice. Thank you. Wow, people are actually being kind. People are being pretty nice today. Wow. I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised. Well, except for that one guy. Oh well. It's all good. Hold on. Well done. Bam. Bam, bam. Be right back. All right, cool beans. Let's see. So I can get my elbows to love tricep extensions? Maybe. Because the main thing to keep in mind, right, is that with tricep extensions, you're getting shoulder extension and you're getting elbow extension. So in order to help with, one way that you can help with your ability to do tricep extensions as painfully as possible is to practice extending the shoulders above and behind you. Because that puts you in an anatomically advantageous position to perform that exercise. And the other one too does come down to being able to engage that muscle ideally. So I think what you need to do, if it is important to you anyway, is to practice. So maybe not necessarily go for comparable set and rep schemes like your other exercises, but to incorporate enough volume at a low enough weight, at a low enough intensity to practice with it. And I think your physiotherapist would probably recommend that too. They'd probably recommend that you go lighter, only moderate volume, so you can get practice. Because ultimately, if you don't do the exercise, you never get better at it, right? But that depends on your goals too. And in bodybuilding terms, tricep extensions are a staple for tricep training because you figure you're working that inner sweep of the tricep. So that's that long head, right? The long head on the tricep, when you hold your arms up, like when you're flexing your biceps, you're creating like that hanging look when you hold up your arms. So that helps give you more inner sweep to the muscle. And if you're like turning around to pose your back and you're holding your arms up like a back double bicep pose, then you're getting that same effect, right? Where tricep extensions help create more inner sweep. It makes the muscle look bigger, it makes it look rounder. Gotta stop at the light. But that crossover tricep extensions, okay, push down, trains the long head. Yeah, it just trains it a little different because like instead of having overhead, you're like sort of crossing over. But it's pretty comparable. It's a pretty comparable effect, so you know, if for whatever reason you just cannot ideally perform tricep extensions without, you know, significant pain in the elbows, then those crossbody tricep extensions could be a good substitute. Because I know that you're trying to get as big as possible, right? And I know you're trying to put on as much muscle, especially as much shapely muscle as you can. And training that long head of the triceps is a great way to just make your arms look bigger from the front and from the rear. And when it comes to the lateral head of the triceps, you know, that part that looks like a horseshoe or a lobster claw, that adds thickness from the side. And it adds girth from the front. Because you figure that lateral head, well, lateral means outward to the sides, right? So from the front, it would add girth to your arms, comparable to like training the brachialis. And then creating more of that inner sweep with some kind of tricep extensions. So those are all just ways to not only make your arms bigger, but to make them look bigger for more angles. So it kind of just makes them look more balanced from top to bottom, side to side, front to back. Let's see, Dr. Mike made a video about hammer curls. He doesn't like them. Well, that's okay. I mean, just because you don't like an exercise doesn't mean it's ineffective, right? And unfortunately, there's a lot of that going on in the fitness industry where people don't like exercises, therefore they're bad, which simply isn't true. I don't believe there's any inherently bad exercises. They all have an intended function, and they at least do it moderately well. You could argue that some do it better than others, but that depends on a lot of things too. You know, it's not as simple as, kickbacks are bad, don't do kickbacks. Because an exercise like that has a specific function, and it either does its function perfectly fine, or you can change it in a way to make it even better. Like, for example, doing kickbacks with cables turns kickbacks from a passable exercise to a pretty solid one. And kickbacks, they kind of they're pretty similar to overhead extensions in a way, because you are getting that extension of the shoulder behind you. So you're at least creating some similarity in the mechanics. The only difference is that it's not overhead, right? It's sort of like behind and up rather than behind and down. So it does change the leverage a little bit. Kickback trains the long head with. Yeah, try that one out. That might be a good idea too. Yeah, it might be better for you. I know a lot of people would be like, tricep kickback. Only like 40-year-old yoga moms do that, you know? It's like, no. It's a good exercise. Let's see, the way Jeff Nipper does it. I don't know how he does it exactly, but I got the recommendation from Sean Nalawani, where he places it at the bottom, so you're kind of like pulling it up and back, right? You're sort of like extending the elbow up and back behind you. So you're creating that same you're creating that same biomechanic as with a dumbbell, but you're getting that greater resistance curve because it's with a cable, it's with a pulley system, right? So you're overall getting more time under tension as opposed to there being like a big resistance curve where you're not really getting anything for like the first 2/3 of the exercise. Kind of like a lot of, kind of like bicep curls to some extent. Like with dumbbells. Hey, what's going on, Colleen? Good to see you. We did an earn by time before with DoorDash. It paid $9.69 and went about 3 miles. So it was pretty good. I came back to my area. We got about an hour and 15 minutes that I'm going to spend trying to get some orders. Maybe we can get another 1 or 2. That'd be great. Hey, what's going on, Lala? Good to see you too. And everybody just coming in, don't forget to hit that lick button. Let's see if we get it up to 20. Can we get it up to 20 by, I don't know, whenever. That'd be heckin' dope. I mean, it'll definitely get there before I end the stream, but you know what I mean. We've been doing pretty solid with all those kind of metrics. And it's thanks to you guys. Definitely appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out, doing all those good things and stuff. Mike, send tricep kickbacks to me later. Type in, go to Sean Nalawani's channel, type in tricep kickback, and he'll give you his thoughts on the dumbbell variation and how to make it better. And it's pretty much the same that I was saying, where, you can make it better with cables. And if I'm not mistaken, he puts the peg at the very bottom. That way, it creates more of that resistance curve from, diagonally. Creates more of a less of a diagonal resistance curve, so you're getting more time under tension that way. Let's see. Yeah, it says it's gonna get up to 80. It's up to 80 right now. Hey, what's going on, Share Bear? How you doing today? We dropped off an Earned by Time not too long ago. It paid almost $10, so it was pretty good. And we're back in my zone, seeing what other orders we can get. Your program is goated, Mike? Yeah, your program's solid, dude. You know, I would say give cable tricep kickbacks a shot, see if you like them. And if you do, then that's a good way for you to train the long head or inner sweep of the tricep. Because, you know, it just helps make your triceps look bigger from more angles, right? You figure if you're getting some kind of pressing, which you have quite a few of them in your program, then you're going to train that lateral head quite a lot. That, you know, the lobster claw or the horseshoe that creates more of that outer sweep, creates more of that girth from the side, more thickness from the side. And then, you know, some kind of extension, like, yeah, tricep kickback, tricep crossover extension, do both. Yeah, I would say do one on one day, do one on the other. That way you're getting that twice a week stimulus of the long head of the tricep. We're just going to try to move around a little more because, I mean, we got power to spare. We got plenty of power to spare ever since I put the big battery on here. Let's see, 3 by 8 to 15. Honestly, I'd go higher because I know you're trying to stimulate that part of the muscle without irritating the elbow so much. So I would go for like 12 to 15. And I would definitely go lighter with the weight. The only time that I would recommend starting with lower, like slightly lower to moderate rep schemes is once you're able to have that ideal proprioception. That's basically just having that ideal muscular activation in accordance to the environment and stimulus. That's really what proprioception. So once you improve your proprioception in your triceps, especially in those, you know, with those angles and positions, then I would say you can start moving up in weight and you can modify your rep schemes a bit more. But you figure I like starting higher reps with that kind of stuff. That way you're able to get sufficient volume and you're getting ample opportunity to practice and perfect your technique. And that's a problem that I have with a lot of these cookie cutter templates that I've seen online that have you doing like 6 sets of 3 reps for squats and stuff. It's like, if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to get enough motor learning from only doing 3 reps. That's ridiculous. And you're going to hardly get any stimulus unless you're lifting really fucking heavy, you know? Which, again, if you're a beginner, you shouldn't be doing that anyway. Let's see. Look at Mike multitasking. Or Mike the multitasking bike dasher. Mike likes for me to get stimulated. Oh man, the way you word that. But as far as stimulus from the exercises you're doing, yeah. Hey, what's going on, Adam? Good to see you. You've seen someone do 2 sets and 1 sets of 4 to 6 reps on everything. Yeah, I wouldn't consider that ideal for a lot of training. And hell, even Mike Menzer didn't have rep schemes that low. I know he usually aimed for, I think, like 6 to 10 reps or something like that, 6 to 10, which is better than freaking 4 to 6. I mean, if you're only going to do 4 to 6, you might as well have a strength mesocycle with like one particular compound. Like, let's say you want to build up your RM with deadlifts. But even still, if you're going to do that, you need to have a workload day too. You need to have a day where you're focusing more on total poundage and work capacity. Because that's important too. Especially with strength training. Because let's be honest, lifting heavy ass weight is physically taxing. Right? It's physically taxing. But when you're building up your work capacity, you can handle more. And plus that work capacity is, well, it's volume, right? It's volume, and muscles need volume. And, I've said this before too. Mike Menzer was something of an outlier back in his day. He had more of like that rugged and dense look, but he did have some shortcomings in his physique. Like first and foremost was his chest. His chest was very flat. It looked very flat in most poses. He had big ass arms, and he had a pretty decent back and legs, but he never had impressive width, and his chest looked flat, and he looked kind of stocky and blocky. Part of that's because of his shorter frame, but a lot of it just came to his lack of V-taper and lack of fullness in the chest. And it was not ideal for creating width in the lats and fullness in the chest. So Arnold clearly had him beat in that sense. Even though Arnold technically had a wider waist, right? Arnold admitted he had like a 34-inch waist, which is pretty wide for bodybuilding, but it never really looked it because, one, he was a really good poser. He knew how to play to his strengths, but he just had a massive clavicle. His clavicle was so goddamn wide, and he had those flaring lats, right? He had good flaring lats because he did lat pull downs and pull-ups. So that helped give him some more width. And he did like bent over barbell rows and deadlifts, which helped create a lot of that density in his lower back. Like anytime that he would pose from the back, you can see a well-defined Christmas tree in his lower back, right? That's that area in the lumbar region where you see striations and you can see a clear outline in the lower lat insertions, which makes it look like a tree, right? It makes it look like a tree. So that's what I mean when I say Christmas tree. That's more of like a buzzword in bodybuilding terms, but that's essentially what a Christmas tree is. It's a dense and striated lower back. And that kind of stuff comes with heavy lifting. He could handle so much volume too. Yeah, that's true, especially his chest, right? Again, his clavicle was stupidly wide. Like his clavicle was just unusually large, even for a man of his size. And he was like, what, 6'2", 6'3"? And like that's what contributed him to having like such a big looking chest, was the fact his clavicle was so wide. And it took up so much surface area. It took up like 40 to 50% of his torso. That's just insane. And the amount of volume and fullness he had in that area, forget about it, dude. And it wasn't just fluff either, right? Because he trained with heavy weight and he trained his chest like hell. That way, whenever he would like do a side chest or the most muscular, you can see those cross striations on his chest. Just really freaky shit. Hey, what's going on, Nicole? Good to see you. We did an earn by time earlier, and it was pretty good. It paid $9.69 for about 3 miles. If I didn't do earn by time, it would have paid like $6.50. So that's a pretty big difference, in my opinion. But hey, earn by time's bad, right? Not you, but the people that like to take a shit on earn by time. But anyway, how you doing, Nicole? You heading out for work today? Hey, what's going on, Title Pro? Good to see you. Arnold did many chest variations. Yeah, that helped his case too. And of course, keep in mind, right, he had enhancements. That's always something to keep in mind. Like, if you have genetic gifts and then you take enhancements on top of that, well, yeah, you're going to go from looking like a freak to a super freak, which is why Arnold stood out so much, especially in his heyday. A lot of people say that Arnold had the most aesthetic physique for his time, but I don't know if that's completely true. I think the big reason why he won the seven Olympias that he did was because he was so big and he had good conditioning, right? So when you have all that mass and conditioning, like, you're towering over your competition and you're also outweighing them like 40, 50 pounds. I mean, how can you not win, right? So it's not necessarily that he was more aesthetic, right? For example, he only had a 4-pack with his abs. Meanwhile, guys like Serge Nabray and what's his name, Frank Zane, they had smaller waists and better abs, right? But a lot of people wouldn't consider them as good as Arnold because Arnold was just so damn big, and he just had like the right amount of muscle in the right places. In the judge's eyes, anyway, right? Big ass chest, massive arms, expansive rib cage, which just accentuates your structure. And again, he had good conditioning, right? Especially from the back. He was arguably the first bodybuilder to show a Christmas tree whenever he would turn around for a back double biceps. So he sort of pioneered like that dense look from the back and that sense of conditioning too. Because you got to be lean enough to see those details as well. Let's see, Nicole is at the nail shop. Oh, right on. You gonna nail it today, Nicole? You gonna nail it? Ha 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 ha. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, you're the grind with Nicole after all, right? What don't you nail? What don't you grind? Yeah, nail it. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Yeah, DoorDash is pretty quiet. You know, I'm not kidding, man. You know, Wednesday is just a very mediocre day, but I know when I come back out later, it's going to be better. People finna get hungry. And keep in mind, too, like, sometimes I'll come out at a disadvantageous time, at least on paper, just so I can see for myself as well. Because I'm also using this to plan my times off. Instead of just like working all day, if I can afford to take some time off during the day, especially if I'm not going to do well, then why not, right? Because I can use that time to focus on other prospects. As long as I'm making my financial goals, which so far I have been. Let's see. Would I date Arnold in his prime? No. And it would mainly be personality. He's kind of he's got a big ego, let's be honest. The man's really entertaining and he's iconic, but he's got a big ass ego, and I don't really click with that with a partner, per se. I mean, I'm not attracted to men anyway, but that would just be like the big thing, I suppose. But I digress. To each their own. Yeah, we're just kind of moving around. Just trying to remind DoorDash that we're still out here. And let's see. Nicole put a heart in the chat. Nice. We love you, Nicole. You're great. You're something else. You're definitely an inspiration to people. Oh, I just realized they changed the colors of Petco. So they don't have like that red and blue color scheme anymore. It's just all white and gray. I don't know, it looks kind of dull to me. Yeah, maybe not the best aesthetic change, I would say. Maybe not the best. Yeah. At least they kept the font, though. Well, I mean, they can do whatever they want. I don't care. I just happen to notice. Yeah, DoorDash pretty quiet today. And these other apps, they started sending me crap, so I'm just going to leave them off for right now. Maybe I'll turn them back on for dinner time. I don't know. Who's that? Pro Peas Peace. Hey, what's good? Oh, yeah, I remember you. Hey, what's going on? Good to see you. You're my biggest supporter. I mean, it's my first time seeing you here, so that's a little contentious, but it's cool to see you. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, you're cool. I like you. Good to have you. I dropped off a DoorDash order with Earn by Time not too long ago. So we're just seeing what other orders we can get. From Vegan for Kindness stream. Yeah, I missed him, man. I missed Cameron. I'm happy to see him again. Because, you know, by his own admission, he just left abruptly, you know? And it definitely left people confused. I thought to myself, like, you know, he's probably got some personal things going on. Maybe that's why he left, you know? Because he never really, I don't remember him, like, being on bad terms with anyone, you know? I don't recall, like, any rivalries or anything like that. So that certainly wouldn't have been the reason, I don't think. Because he got along with pretty much everyone. Which I think is really cool, you know? I think it's cool to have people that are just, you know, on overall good terms with a lot of people. That's sort of how I operate. Like, the only time that, like, I'll ever have a falling out with someone is if you, like, if you fuck with me, right? If you deliberately fuck with me, then yeah. But I also really don't get into confrontations and shit like that. And if I see something preemptively, I'll be like, all right, well, I'm out of here. From what I know, he was about to go live with someone else, then suddenly deleted his channel and didn't show up. I think he was struggling with his own issues. Yeah, that's what I think too. He was gone for like, what, a good year, I think? Yeah, I think it was at least a year. But hey, whatever the reason is, you know, I'm just happy to see him back. And seems like he's in good spirits. And I actually, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but when he had his old channel, I actually did collab with him. I got on the panel with him, and we just, you know, we shot the shit and talked about a lot of stuff. It was cool. I think he's a really cool dude. I like him. He's honestly one of my favorites in the community. You know, that particular community. He's definitely one of my favorites. He might even be my favorite, actually. Hope he's doing okay, and the fact he's back is a sign he's doing better. And let's be honest, we need more people like him. You know, he's chill, he's cordial, he's willing to talk about a lot of stuff. He doesn't immediately resort to hostility. And he likes to laugh, and he likes to joke. So that's why I clicked with him right away. Because we definitely have those things in common, for sure. He's one of the friendliest people I've ever seen. You too, Mike. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. You know, I'm just being me, right? I don't like fights. I don't like confrontations and shit. And if I'm not involved with something, don't want to get involved with it, you know? Let's see. He's awesome, empathetic person. Regular bike was better in entertainment. Oh, it says Gary. Gary's messing with me. Yeah, you're funny, Gary. And good to see you, Gary. We're just waiting on orders right now. Definitely a slow afternoon. Let's see. You remember Trapped in the... Oh, yeah. I remember that guy. Yeah, that guy just straight up left. And honestly, good riddance. You know, like, to be quite frank, I was trying to have civil conversation with that Trapped guy. The problem is that he started twisting my words and creating assertions and misrepresenting things I said. And it's like, all right, well, you're intellectually dishonest because you got this position, and I guess you don't really give a shit what I have to say, so whatever. That's why I just started, like, making him out to be a big clown. And he basically just ran the circus by himself. Let's see, you worried about Vegan Dragon Dean? Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. I think I met him through Rolf, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how I met him. I like him. He's got he doesn't hold like overly strong views about a lot of things. He seems to appreciate nuance and try to look at things pragmatically, but also still be driven by principle, which I think is pretty based, especially in the world we live in. And I just like the fact that he was willing to question things, right? I think that's a good trait too. I know he was wanting to do some kind of podcast, but I don't really know what he's been up to. Because, you know, he had those Pokemon live streams for a while, and then I guess he finished the game, and I haven't really seen him since, so I hope he's okay. He was streaming, but he stopped and said he's dealing with a variety of different personal issues. I remember him talking about burnout. So, yeah, it seems like the burnout's probably really bad for him, and there's probably a lot of layers to it as well. I'm sorry to hear that, but I hope he's okay. It'd be cool to see him again, maybe in the near future, when he's feeling ready. Yeah, that's what I thought. I figured it was through you that I met him. Let's see. Mary says, I have one of your videos running that I never saw before on the computer. I'm gonna head out now. I'm gonna try to make a few bucks. See you later. Yeah, take care, Mary. And thanks for playing the videos. It's always appreciated. And, you know, the stuff that you're watching, hope you enjoy it. Hope you find some kind of enjoyment from it, too. And definitely make that money. Go out there, make that money. See if you can crack $420 today. Vegan Dragon's one of the smartest, most knowledgeable people in the community. Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. He's cool. I would collab with him. I know he's proposed the idea before. It was more of a timing thing on my end, because something would always pop up. But yeah, he's one of the few people I would do a collab with. I remember doing a collab with Chip from Vegan Power Lab back on my other channel when I used to be active on it. He's a cool dude too. And like he's not like he's one of the few deontological people in the community that will actually just want to talk to people and talk to pretty much anyone and have some kind of civil discussion, which I also find to be a respectable trait. Hope you're enjoying my ride, or hope I'm enjoying my ride. Where you heading? I'm just circling around the parking lot. I'm trying to kickstart the DoorDash algorithm a bit. It's been really slow. We only got the one order today. I mean, it is Wednesday, which is inevitable, but, you know. It is what it is. Plus, I'll be coming back out later on. And I'm night anyway. Let's see, both Norwegian. Yep, that's true. He sends me stuff from time to time. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. What videos does he comment on? Oh, we got DoorDash. Hold on. All right, let's go, baby. Let me just check the order real quick. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I just picked up a DoorDash earned by time from Burger King, and the Burger King's right over here. So all I got to do is just run inside, see if it's ready for the customer, then we'll go drop it off. He does on Facebook. So since I'm only streaming with the one phone, for anyone that's relatively new here, I've only got one phone to stream with right now, and it's the same phone that I use for work. So whenever I switch tabs, the stream does buffer until I switch back. So just bear with me anytime you see that. And there's also a lot of snowbirds using up the internet here. Sometimes the stream just lags that way too, but I digress. Hopefully it's not buffering too bad right now. It looks very choppy on my end, like the latency's off. Just gonna take a quick sip. All right, let's go pick up for Dan. Hey, I'm picking up the mobile order for Dan.
Okay, we're getting it ready. Ready.
Okay, thanks. All right, I'll just let the customer know that I'm waiting. Okay. I just let the customer know that I'm waiting. Looks like it's almost ready, so that's good. Benevo. Do I eat Benevo now that you're doing calisthenics? Oh, is that that's that cat food, right? Nah, I don't eat that. But to each their own. Yeah, this phone's pretty warm. I think that's why the latency is kind of choppy. A warm carrot with hummus. It does sound pretty good. Let's see. Come get my carrots with hummus at the end. Nah, I'm okay. Thanks though. I see.
That's the day I went and got it. Right, but now they keep flying off.
But pull him first to Good luck with that.
I need a Whopper with cheese. A Whopper with cheese.
Got it.
Let's see. Mike, is there a guitar chord that's called the spinal cord? Oh. Yeah, that's I think that's an orthopedic surgeon's favorite chord on the guitar. See, that can make a good joke. Yeah, looks like it's coming.
Yes, it is a Whopper Junior, baby. Cold water. It's a Whopper Junior with cheese. It's a large onion ring, original crispy, medium fried, 4-piece nugget, Whopper with cheese with no pickles. Only thing I'm missing is the Whopper Junior with cheese.
Let's see. Ulf asks, Mike, can you spinal tap me? I don't know what that means, so no.
Okay, what's on a 30-minute break? So, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to make that one.
Would I date Han and David Arenas? Absolutely not. They treat people like shit. That's really what it is. You know, say what you will about their message or whatnot, but all they do is just make enemies out of everyone. A movie called Powder, where someone uses powders to put what a deer was feeling into the person that hunted them. Interesting. He's a human robot program for Leslie Cross and David Arenas. On his, yeah, I knew that. Yeah, like he tried to make it seem like he's not, well, or he wouldn't deny it necessarily, but no. Do I support Deem Stars? No, I don't. He's just a big crybaby. And he made some defamatory remarks about me a while ago. So, no, I don't support him. He had the name on his profile before, too. Yeah. Because keep in mind, like, he'll use a different account, but he'll act and say the same stuff. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good one. All right, we got the order, and just going to let the customer know that I'm on the way. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that. Here we are. Mike, do I like British short hairs? Yes. Mike, going to the gym is a warning sign. I remember that. Warning sign. Do I support Taiwanese bubble tea? I don't have bubble tea, so I guess that would be no. I don't know. Okay. Sweet, we can actually go. All right, let's go. right, we're good. Nice. Yeah, the only thing about British short hairs is that they were exposed for being lazy. But they were unbanned from Norway, so that's good. They've also been exposed for dangling arms and looking grumpy and other things and stuff. Mike, would you make love to David Arenas or snort a line of coke once if your life depended on it? Well, I guess I'll go with the coke then. I guess I'll just go with that. I'll make it a one and done. Don't do that stuff though. That's no bueno. Okay, what's this guy do? Alright, they're going and I am. Ow. Let's see. You've never tried bubble tea? It can be vegan. Oh, are you talking about boba tea? Is that what you mean, boba? My brother, he likes boba. I think it's the one with those little bubbles in it, right? The boba. He had me try it once when I was visiting. It was pretty tasty. He said it was vegan too. So I was like, okay, sure. I wish you liked anime, but we have other stuff in common, so I digress. Well, it's not that I don't like anime, I just never got into it. I just never really got into it, that's all. I will say that movie, Akira, is pretty interesting. It was very confusing, though. I barely knew what was going on. I know that was based on like a big-ass manga that wasn't finished writing at the time, and they were trying to condense it down to film. And I was like, it was kind of hard to follow, but visually it looks really good. It looked really nice. So I'll grab that. Mike, would you adopt Lilia if you had no other choice? Yeah, I would. Yeah, Lilia is based. She's a little cutie. Your jelly of people who haven't watched Naruto. Wait. Your jelly of people who haven't watched Naruto or One Piece. I remember them being played on Toonami when I was a kid. They used to have I think it was reruns, or maybe when the show was active, they'd have like the English dub. They would play that on Toonami at nighttime. I think I've tried to watch some stuff before, but never really clicked with it, I guess. I don't know. I didn't think it was bad or anything. It just never really clicked with it, I guess. Because it wouldn't be right of me to say something's bad if I don't know what it is or understand it. You know? But I digress. She's easygoing, easy peasy lemon squeezy. There you go. I bet she is. I know cats are relatively low maintenance anyway. Relatively. Did you watch it? This is one of the first anime adaptation One Piece Netflix live action series. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. That's cool. I know it's a Netflix movie. They had like this adaptation of the Death Note. I think that's what it's called. I heard a lot of Death Note fans didn't like it, other than William Dafoe being like that demonic entity or whatever. I watched it and I was like, it's okay, I guess. I was just curious because I like William Dafoe. You know, he's very committed to his roles. Honestly, I wish there was more of him in that movie. It would have made it better, in my opinion. Although I don't really understand the source material, so that was more of a casual viewing, I guess. And that was on a day that I was just kind of bored and struggled to find something interesting to watch on Netflix, other than like TV series and shows. You know, in order for me to really want to watch a TV series, it's gotta catch my eye. That's what got me into Invincible. I like that show a lot. I don't think it's perfect. I think it peaked at its first season, personally. But that's just me. Death Note is best. Oh wait, I don't even need to cross over here. Ow! Ow! Wait, I can go this way. Faster! Okay. I might wrap up after this order. I'm not sure. It's been quite slow, and we've been going on almost 2 hours already. I'll definitely come back out during the dinner hours, though. I'll get more orders that way. I'm not ending the stream yet, though, so you can stick around. I appreciate everyone that's been watching and engaging. That is many, many buenos. Attack on Titan. I haven't watched that. Honestly, Invincible is the only TV show I've really seen recently. But yeah, even when that show blunders, I still think it's pretty good. Like personally, in my opinion, I feel like the arc that was in season 3 probably should have been season 2. Or maybe they should have made Angstrom the main villain, like more of the actual main villain in season 2. Because he's only in 2 episodes in season 2, even though he's supposed to be the main villain, right? That doesn't make any sense. Like, how the hell am I supposed to really get invested in this generic antagonist when he's hardly even in the show, you know? And we know so little about him, and the background that we do know about him is just very, like, Mary Sue. It's like, oh, look, he travels dimensions and he wants to do good. It's like, boring. You know, like, they left so much on the table when he had that freak accident that killed all of his other, you know, he killed, like, a lot of his other clones from other galaxies and then turned him into, like, a Frankenstein. That was a big missed opportunity. Not to spoil anything for anyone that hasn't seen the show. I guess I should put a spoiler there. I really like what they did with Conquest in season 3, though. I thought that was cool. Stand ready for my arrival. Let's see. Yeah, this guy passed me. He's got like a moped style e-bike. It's pretty nice. Mike, what do you think of the elephant? Oh, yeah. I know Cameron was talking about that scene, and I don't like it either. I felt like that was a missed opportunity on commentary, you know? That would have been cool to see, but they just sort of turned it into like, like Oliver is just being trained by lower level villains, but honestly, I don't really think Elephant was truly a villain. I think he was just more of like a disruptive activist, I guess. But then again, people see them as villains. I mean, I have my reservations on that kind of stuff, but, you know, it would have been kind of cool if they made some commentary that would go into, like, Mark's evolving moral principle in the show, right? Because basically throughout season 2 and 3, Mark starts to think differently about his principles, especially when it comes to Cecil, right? With Cecil, he's pretty much a textbook utilitarian where he cares more about the safety and well-being of humanity while willing to make morally gray area type decisions, I guess. And in some cases, ethically questionable. Like when he put that implant in Mark's head, right? He put it in his inner ear where he couldn't remove it out himself because he needed a countermeasure against Mark in case he decided to follow in his dad's footsteps, right? It's one of those cases where you understand where Cecil's coming from because Mark is literally the most powerful being on the planet. But at the same time, that is a violation of trust and a violation of bodily autonomy. So it paved the way towards like the big moral conversation, right? The conversation about morals and principles and ethics in season 3, which I did like. I just wish more came from it, I guess. Like they tried to have more come from it by having some side villains and how Mark would handle those situations, but I think it wasn't until Powerplex where, you know, I thought that was probably the best opportunity for Mark to really grow with his principles, you know? You're good? I mean, if I'm not moving, that means you can go. Plus, my head was down. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Nana? Good to see you. We're dropping off an Earn by Time with DoorDash. We've only gotten 2 today, so that's like 1 order per hour, which is not good, but hey, at least we came out. We came out and we're getting some work done, so that's what matters, right? But yeah, like one big problem with the Invincible show is that, you know, they make really good they have really good propositions in the show, but they either don't give us enough time to really flesh them out. Like sometimes they spend too much time on side characters, which is fine. Some of the side characters are really good, but on the other hand, sometimes they give us too little. Like I feel like Mark didn't really grow that much in season 3. I mean, he finally deliberately tried to kill someone, right? Which I know was supposed to be the big build-up of his character, like, you know, him becoming more like his father in a sense. But I just feel like that should have been established in season 2. You know, in my opinion, it should have been established in season 2 for him to make that transition of character. And I'm not saying whether or not he should be like his dad. I'm just saying that based on where the narrative was taking his character, they could have done that in 1 season instead of stretching it out to 2. And that would have streamlined things a lot. That way, Conquest could have been the main villain of season 3. Like, that's just me giving my feedback on the pacing of the show, I guess. Because they pretty much made Conquest like the main villain, but at the same time, they put too much shit in season 3 because season 2 offered so little. just felt very bare bones, you know? That's why I say, even though I like the show on the whole, it does have its blunders. Season 1 was the only season out of the 3 that had just a fully fleshed out story and arc from start to finish, you know? The main character being Nolan. And pretty much spending the whole season figuring out why Nolan did what he did. Which, again, I don't want to spoil that for anyone that is watching, but Nolan did something at the end of the first episode that was quite a shock. And it set up the whole pace. It set up the whole atmosphere of the season. It basically set the tone, it set the story. It was absolutely amazing. And then when we finally get the big reveal as to not only what he did, but why he did it, that made it even more shocking. And then the final, the final confrontation just showed just how truly powerful and seemingly indestructible Nolan is. And it was like, man, what a story, right? That's why I liked season 1 so much. It had the perfect character with a perfect arc, and having just a really good mystery behind it. That's what makes you invested, you know? At least in my opinion. Okay, Wolf's got to get going. All right, take care, dude. Glad you stopped by. And let's see. Nana says we're able to stay on Uber Eats, DoorDash, and shipped, even though it's my birthday. Oh, it's your birthday! Happy birthday, Nana! Happy birthday! Hope you get to celebrate it later on. And you haven't seen the last of Elephant and his message. Okay, well, that would be cool then. Oh, shit. What the? Oh, Jesus. Wow. I had some shit fly at me. It looked like bugs. Like bees or something. Oof. It's like, come on, I'm not bothering anyone. Alright, we're all good. Yeah, I'm okay. It just kind of startled me for a second. Let me double check the address real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, 3590. All right, we're good. We're almost there. All right, back on our feet. Well, actually, back on the bike. But, you know. I got that showdown between Mark and Conquest at the end of season 3. I really feel like they needed that thematic substance for the Invincible War, though, because it only happens in one episode. Like, that to me should have been like the big payoff in season 2, where, you know, Mark would have to resort to lethal force to stop his other versions of himself before, you know, neutralizing the threat of Angstrom. Not saying whether or not he should do that, but again, the story was leading to that. Like, Mark was going to do whatever it took to defend the people that he cared about. That was just the evolution of his character, especially at that moment, right? But they didn't do that. And then I hated the fact that Angstrom lived. That to me just took a big shit on the entirety of season 2, was the fact that Angstrom magically survived. There's no fucking way he would have survived the way he looked. His face and his brains splattered all over the goddamn floor. You're telling me he lived? Like, I call bullshit. I call bullshit on that. And again, it's like, it just felt like an ex machina where it's like, no, you didn't. Which, by the way, he said that, which I thought was funny, but at the same time, it kind of pissed me off. Because it's like, we barely know anything about this guy. He's not even compelling, because, again, he's just such a generic villain. And it pretty much made everything that Mark went through useless. Right. It's like he pretty much went through all that for nothing. A serial unaliver. It's like a darker version of Saul Goodman. Yeah. I just wish there was more substance. But I digress. All right, okay, we're back. We just dropped that order off. The customer tipped $3, and it paid just a nickel short of $10. So overall, it was decent. You figure we only went about 3.5 miles or so. So that would put it well over $2 a mile. And time-wise, it wasn't unreasonable, given the fact that the order was ready as soon as I got there. Yeah, it goes frozen whenever I switch tabs, because I have to go in the app so I can mark the order as delivered. You know, like take the photo and let the customer know that their order's here. Because they didn't want me to ring the bell, so I just let them know that their order's here. Oh, there's my buddy. How you doing, Kane? Good to see you. Do I like Ripley? Like the Ripley from Alien, or a different Ripley? Because I like Sigourney Weaver's Ripley in Alien movies. She's a badass. The thing I liked about a character too is it didn't feel like, you know, Disney creating a Mary Sue character who's just all perfect and capable from the start, who has no like real story arc. They have no real challenge. There's no real stakes. I like when a character has good intentions and they've got a will to do better, but they have to ultimately face trials and challenges to, you know, have that full arc. I like when characters are like, because it's something to get invested in, right? And it's not difficult to pull off either. You got to give the story stakes. You got to give the story like some kind of extremely powerful threat that the protagonist just cannot defeat from the start. Otherwise, if they can just kick their ass the first time they fight, then the villain's not even that interesting then. It's like, oh, well, they're just a pushover because our character can already kick their ass, so there's no stakes. But, I don't know, I digress. Tom Ripley? I don't know who that is. Or maybe I do, I don't know. He is, he's gay and psychopathic? Well, I don't see a problem with the gay part, but the psychopathic part sounds not good. But I don't know who they are. Is that like an actor, or is that like someone on social media? Let's see. Oh, I know you are. I've seen some stuff you said, and I'm like, hey, that's cool. That's based. I know there's quite a few pro-LGBTQ plus people in this community too, which is heckin' dope. Tom Ripley is a fictional character who is a serial killer, unaliver, and con artist. Oh, I see. I wouldn't know then. I'm not sure. Hey, what's going on, Red? How you doing? Oop, ow. How did the shoulder surgery go? Did you have it yet? I turned DoorDash off because I'm pretty much going to head back home. It's right about the time that I was planning to wrap up anyway. I'll definitely come back out for the dinner hours and see how many orders I can get. I did manage to get 5 when I was out for about 3 hours yesterday. Well, more like 3.5, but still. We could probably do about the same, or maybe even slightly better. I don't know. I might try to stay out a bit longer too. Ring a ding ding. Him being gay was meant to be an appealing factor rather than a negative. Oh, I got you. I bet conservative had a field day on his character, if I had to guess. See, hey, look, the gays, they want to kill everyone. I bet someone from the Daily Wire would probably say that too, if they saw that. I know they tried to say that about that what was it, Alabama school shooting? Because it was I think it was Alabama, right? There was a school shooting a couple of years ago, and it was someone that identified as trans. And the Daily Wire, it was especially Matt Walsh. He was the one that said it. He was like, look at what the trans are doing. It's like, dude, like, he was a school shooter. They were a school shooter. It doesn't matter if they were trans or not. They were a school shooter. Which, by the way, most school shooters are white men. Just putting that out there. But it's the fact that it was a fucking crazy person that shot up a school. Like, why does it matter if they were trans or not? Like, why is that relevant? Other than the fact that it's a conservative YouTube channel, you know? I just thought that was really stupid. Not only that, but just downright disrespectful. Because instead of actually honoring the victims and being like, hey, my condolences to the families who have the lost ones and whatnot, you know, they just turned it into an opportunity to hate on trans people. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know? Some of the adaptations tried to downplay the homosexuality and made him straight. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that story or whatever, you know, probably wouldn't pass with Disney. Because I know when they started focusing more on the LGBTQ plus stuff with the Owl House, they canceled the show. They were like, oh, this doesn't go the direction of our company. It's like, okay. I know it pissed a lot of people off because they just like the show, you know? I've never seen it, but I know a lot of people like the show. And part of it was because of its, you know, its representation. Let's see, your collarbone's hurting. You haven't taken your medicine yet. Oh, I got you. All right, we can cross. Yay! That's good. Good. Ow! I think my seat went down a little bit. I'll have to tighten that clamp. I just don't want it bottoming out on the bag that I've got attached to the rear. Because that's what I got the battery in. The bigger battery, because I put a bigger battery on this bike. It was a backup that I had from a long-range bike I used to ride. It was in perfectly good shape, and it had a C1314 adapter cable, which fit with this bike. You thought Sky's hair was a xenomorph. Oh, are you talking about Skyjack Morgan? I haven't watched his show in a while. Well, actually, I haven't really watched anyone in that community show in a while. The people like David Arenas kind of just burnt me out from it. Plus, I had some other things I was focusing on in my life, like this channel, for example. Like, this channel is mainly work, bikes, and a little slice of life. It can be, like, opportunistic for interesting conversation. like today. Although that happens on the regular, you know, because again, slice of life means you're also getting who I am and how I feel about things and stuff. Ow. Yeah, that's feel the rebound on that suspension more, that bigger battery. Which is a good thing. Is that, oh hey, what's going on, Tori? Good to see ya. I'll give you a wrench, because I know you've been around for a while. So you're more than welcome to go around subbing to people, all those things and stuff. Okay, yeah, you were talking about Skyjack. He makes videos with Chip and Crystal Health and Our Honor. I know Chip, I don't know the other ones. But like I said, I've been pretty distant from that side of YouTube for a while. Yeah, I think the seat's too low. I had it higher up. But, yeah, I don't think that clamp is tight enough. Yeah, I'll readjust it a little bit. I like it to be slightly higher. Just give some clearance for that bag. Let's make sure. Okay, yeah, it did slide down a little. As I figured. Might need to tighten some of those Velcro straps. It's all good though. Oh yeah, he used to have David on his panel, and I think one of the big things that led him to go on his panel to begin with is because they were discussing the efficacy and potentially the necessity of single-issue campaigns with that particular subject matter, right? And David is like, no, because that's vegetarian and it's promotes welfarism, utilitarianism. You know, he uses words in a way that doesn't make sense, but he speaks with conviction, right? That's why some people take David seriously. And they were disagreeing, right? Because Sky, he made the argument that you can use it as a segue to discuss the broader subject at hand, right? Which I think is a good point. And my reasoning for that too is, right, we live in a world where sometimes effectiveness is key. And if those are effective methods to spread a message and as a segue to converse the bigger topic at hand, then you can see that it's a good thing. But David has this mentality that if it's not specifically this or that, therefore it's vegetarian, it's welfare, it's utilitarian, you know, and he just goes around making blanket assertions about literally everyone, and more so specifically people in his camp, or at least you would think would be in his camp, but not according to him and his cult. You know, it's ridiculous. And Sky was pushing back against his cult of personality approach with this stuff, and how he's just nothing but dismissive to people, which is true, right? He's pretty much nothing but dismissive, and they inevitably had a falling out. Plus, it was pissing a lot of people off in Sky's chat, so they inevitably had a falling out. And after they had their falling out, I know he spent like days and even weeks just picking up, like basically hate watching Sky's channel and then taking clips and posting them on his Instagram, being like, oh look, well, all along, and stupid shit like that. And then more and more people just started getting fed up with David. Even people that were supporting David. But, you know, I digress. I never liked the guy anyway. I always thought he was a huge asshole. Pets and animals to improve their well-being. Your welfare. Sweet. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Thanks for the love. You didn't have to give me... No, it's okay. You know, you can just wear it like a badge of honor, too. No actual moderation, though. I prefer that people don't delete comments or ban people. If I give the say, it's fine, but otherwise don't do it. I mean, we had like one guy from yesterday who tried to, you know, he was acting all retarded because he was lying and misconstruing shit, but that was just like the one glaring omission. Because otherwise, most of the time, my chats are, you know, just good vibes, and we're chilling, we're hanging out, we're talking about stuff. And that pretty much represents who I am and how I navigate this world. I love how quiet this bike is. Like, you can't even hear it. Like, the wind is louder, you know? Actually, my voice is louder. That's reasonably peppy. I mean, you're not going to get like a ton of power and speed from 400 watts, but it gets the job done. I mean, you can't go wrong with $300 too. It was half off. I got a link in the description of the bike review video if you guys want to pick one up. It's not an affiliate link. Let's see. Oh, sub back. Yeah, I can help you out with that pro piece. I think you're a cool dude, and as a result, I will give you a wrench as well. And with the power of your wrench, now you can go around subbing back to people. All you gotta do is just click their channel, or click on their name, takes you to their channel, and there you go. I give wrenches to people I'm familiar with and people that I'm on good terms with, which is actually a lot of people, believe it or not. Because it's almost as if you're a chill and cordial person, for the most part, that you would be on good terms and get along with a lot of people. Who would have thought? Yeah, I can't wait for my bike motor, baby. I'm going to be getting that this Friday. It's going to be heckin' dope. Hey, what's going on, Sonny? Good to see you. We only got 2 orders today, Sonny, so we didn't do great, but, you know, both orders, they paid a little shy of $10 each, and they only went a few miles, so overall, we did pretty good with the orders that we did get. And then I'll come back out later on tonight. We'll probably get more orders, and then we'll be doing better. How's your day going, Sonny? You getting some orders done? You getting some good orders? Or are you taking the day off? Let's see, something's better than nothing. Yeah, exactly, right? And plus, you figure I'm streaming, I'm chit-chatting with people. People are hitting the like button to help with the algorithm. And getting some fresh air, getting some exercise. So even when work is slow, everything else is pretty good. Let's see, you getting ready to get out there. Been on the phone with you for a while. Oh, how's she doing? If you feel like sharing. Hopefully everything's going okay with her. I'm pretty much on my way back to the house. I'm gonna take a couple hours off and just focus on, you know, just chill out for a little while, have myself like an early dinner, and then head back out later. Let's see. Do I support the activity of eating beans while singing? Well, I mean, you might choke while you're trying to sing, but I think singing's cool, and beans are really good. So there you go. Just make sure that you swallow after you chew, and maybe not the best talk with your mouth full. Yeah, it looks like Wolf's sent me some stuff. I'll have to check it out. He sends me a lot of like fitness stuff, and sometimes he'll send me some things going on with his activist channel. When like his he's got an activist profile on Facebook, which I think is pretty cool. But he sends me a lot of like, workout footage, and I use my analytic eyes and give him feedback and things and stuff. Just trying to help your boy get a big and swole and strong and jacked and all that. Oh, there he is. Mike, the Vulcan rope seems based. I will pick some stuff up now, brother. Oh yeah, that's those rope. That's that rope that you have, right? Yeah, I can see that being good, because you can get a neutral grip with it. In fact, if you decide to do cable kickbacks off, if you decide to do them, use a neutral grip to hold it. That might feel better. Or you can try a supinated grip. That's one of those cable attachments that you can put on a cable machine at the gym. I know neutral grip is pretty good for most stuff and most people, but sometimes supinated can be ideal. Or like half supinated. Or like a half pronate. Let's see. Ow! The chipmunk. Oh yeah. Triceps, etc. Yeah. But yeah, see if you can put that on the cable machine maybe for the tricep kickbacks. Ow! Okay. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Peace. Atrophy. That's funny. Oh yeah, there's his fitness channel. Cool. Yeah, whoever said you couldn't abide by a plant-based diet and get swole? Whoever said you couldn't? I don't know. My buddy Ulf, he's a good example. Chip is a good example. Danny Ishner's a good example. I'd even say I'm one. Maybe not the best one. I'm a little heavy and got like a stocky look, but you know what I mean. Whatever. Let's see, your collarbone hurts, but you feel a bit better. They may have to figure out the knee situation. Yeah, they're gonna do an MRI on it. That would definitely make that process a little simpler. Like, does it hurt if you extend it, or if you flex it, or if you're just like doing nothing? Because that might help. That might help them figure out what's going on. Like maybe the ACL or the meniscus. Because I know when I fell off my bike back in December, when I landed on my right heel and fell on my left leg, my both the meniscus and ACL, they hurt like hell for a while. And it's taken a little bit. I'm still sort of feeling it a bit, but it's like 98% better, more or less. And it wasn't to the point where it needed to like get anything done. John Thomas bodybuilding. Interesting. Yeah, that's a cool niche. You know, the whole like, you know, plant-based bodybuilding and dieting and things and stuff. It's a cool niche. Oh, but it implies blank, blank, blah, blah, blah. It's like, shut up. That's all I gotta say to those people sometimes is just shut up. All right, hold on a second. And right about, let's say, ow. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay, let's make sure I turn this off too. Turns off the amp current. Yeah, I gotta charge this as well. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, well, I just made it back home, so I'm gonna take Lucy for a quick walk. But I will end the stream here. So I appreciate you guys tagging along with me. I know it wasn't like a super eventful day wise, but it was still cool just having some interesting conversation in the chat, all that stuff. Plus, you know, we got some decent orders, even if we didn't get a lot. And you know, we got fresh air, we got exercise. So I'd say overall, I had a good time. Hope you guys did too. I will be back out around 5 Eastern. So that's about 2 hours and 45 minutes from now. So I'm just I'm gonna have a late lunch, early dinner. Then I'll come back out around dinner hours. So if you guys enjoyed the stream, just don't forget to hit that lick button. That's the one that's shaped like a thumb. Just give it a lick. If you have yet to subscribe to the channel, greatly appreciate it. While you're at it, ring that Taco Bell. That way you get notified the next time I upload and live stream. And let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of today's stream. What do you think of the channel? What do you like to see next? All those good things and stuff. Leave it down below. And I got some interesting links in the description box down below or in my bio of the channel if you want to check out some cool stuff. And yeah, before I get going, looks like, can we talk on Facebook? Yeah, I think my Facebook link is still on my bio on the front page of my channel. You can hit that and send me a request. That's cool. Just let me know who you are. But anyway, we're good to go. I'll be back in a couple hours or so. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Take care.